Awaken the Giant Within is not just a self-help book, it's a manual for taking complete control of your life. Tony Robbins builds the entire philosophy of the book around one powerful belief. You already have everything you need within you to create the life you want. The problem is not lack of ability, but lack of control over your emotions, decisions, and habits. Throughout the book, Robbins repeatedly emphasizes that your destiny is shaped in moments of decision, not by external circumstances. Most people drift through life reacting to situations, but this book is about becoming proactive, training your mind to respond with purpose rather than impulse. The journey begins with understanding the power of decisions. Robbins explains that every result in your life, your success, failure, happiness, or frustration, is a direct outcome of the decisions you make daily. Even small decisions compound over time to create massive results. People often believe their lives change through big events, but Robbins argues that it's the tiny, consistent choices that define everything. When you decide to change something deeply and commit to it, your brain starts reorganizing itself around that decision. This is why he insists that real change happens instantly, not gradually, because the moment you truly decide, your direction shifts immediately. A core concept in the book is the idea of pain and pleasure. Robbins explains that human behavior is driven by a simple force, the desire to avoid pain and gain pleasure. Every habit, whether good or bad, exists because your brain associates it with either relief or reward. For example, procrastination is not laziness. It's a strategy your mind uses to avoid the discomfort of a task. To change any behavior, you don't need willpower. You need to change your emotional associations. If you link massive pain to a bad habit and intense pleasure to a good one, your behavior will naturally shift. This is why some people transform overnight. They emotionally rewire their associations. Another powerful section focuses on beliefs. Robbins argues that beliefs are nothing more than feelings of certainty about what something means. Yet, these beliefs control your entire life. If you believe you are not confident, you will act in ways that reinforce that belief. If you believe success is difficult, you will unconsciously avoid opportunities. The key insight here is that beliefs are not facts. They are interpretations you've accepted over time. And because they are learned, they can be changed. Robbins introduces strategies to question and reshape limiting beliefs, encouraging readers to replace disempowering stories with empowering ones. When your beliefs change, your identity begins to shift. And once your identity changes, your behavior follows automatically. Robbins also dives deep into the concept of state management. Your state refers to your emotional condition at any given moment. Whether you feel confident, anxious, excited, or tired, he explains that success is less about intelligence or talent and more about the ability to manage your state consistently. When you are in a peak state, you think better, act better, and make better decisions. The problem is that most people let external situations control their state. Robbins teaches that you can control your state through three main factors: physiology, how you use your body; focus, what you pay attention to; and language, how you talk to yourself. By consciously adjusting these elements, you can instantly change how you feel and perform. One of the most transformative ideas in the book is the 6 human needs. Robbins explains that every person is driven by 6 core needs: certainty, uncertainty, variety, significance, love, others connection, growth, and contribution. Everyone fulfills these needs in different ways, but the methods they choose determine the quality of their life. For example, someone might meet their need for significance through achievement, while another might do it through anger or control. Understanding your dominant needs helps you understand why you behave the way you do. More importantly, it allows you to find healthier, more empowering ways to meet those needs. This framework is incredibly powerful because it explains human behavior at a deep psychological level. The book also emphasizes the importance of identity. Robbins explains that your identity acts like a thermostat. It sets the standard for your life. If you see yourself as someone who is lazy, you will unconsciously act in ways that confirm that identity. If you identify as disciplined, your actions will align with that belief. This is why lasting change requires a shift in identity, not just habits. Instead of saying, "I want to be successful," you must start seeing yourself as a successful person. When your identity changes, your behavior becomes consistent without effort. Financial mastery is another major section of the book. Robbins explains that money is not just about earning, it's about managing emotions and habits. Many people earn well but remain broke because they lack discipline and financial intelligence. He stresses the importance of creating a financial plan, investing wisely, and building long-term wealth. But beyond strategies, he focuses on mindset. Your beliefs about money determine how you earn, spend, and invest it. If you see money as scarce, you will act defensively. If you see it as abundant, you will act strategically. Relationships are also a key focus. Robbins explains that the quality of your life is directly related to the quality of your relationships. Most relationship problems arise from unmet needs and poor communication. People often expect others to understand them without clearly expressing their needs. Robbins teaches that understanding the other person's needs and perspective can transform any relationship. When you shift from focusing on what you are not getting to what you can give, your relationships improve dramatically. Another important theme in the book is continuous improvement. Robbins emphasizes that growth is not a one-time event, but a lifelong process. Successful people constantly evaluate themselves, learn new skills, and push beyond their comfort zones. He introduces the concept of constant and never-ending improvement, CANI, which means always looking for ways to improve, no matter how small. This mindset keeps you evolving and prevents stagnation. Throughout the book, Robbins uses practical exercises and strategies to help readers apply these concepts. He doesn't just explain ideas, he provides tools to implement them. Whether it's changing your beliefs, setting goals, or managing your emotions, every concept is backed by actionable steps. This makes the book not just inspirational, but deeply practical. The underlying message of Awaken the Giant Within is simple but powerful. You are in control of your life. No matter your past, your circumstances, or your limitations, you have the ability to change your direction at any moment. The giant within you is your untapped potential, your ability to think, decide, and act differently. Most people never awaken this potential because they remain stuck in patterns of fear, doubt, and habit. But once you take control of your decisions, emotions, and beliefs, you unlock a level of power that transforms every area of your life. By the end of the book, Robbins leaves you with a sense of responsibility. He makes it clear that change is not easy, but it is always possible. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not intelligence or luck. It's the willingness to take control and act consistently. The book challenges you to stop waiting for the right time, stop blaming circumstances, and start creating the life you want. In essence, Awaken the Giant Within is about mastering yourself. It's about understanding how your mind works and using that knowledge to create a life of purpose, success, and fulfillment. It's not about quick fixes or shortcuts. It's about building a mindset and system that allows you to grow continuously. And once you truly understand and apply its principles, you begin to realize that the power to change your life has always been in your hands.